Get to just some game status updates here in a second, but really proud of our guys for the work of the week of preparation that we had with the extra day on Monday, and then pairing that with 3 really good days. I feel really good about our team being able to go compete. Heck of an environment. Dan's got a really good football team. We know well, they know us well. So just fired up. I can tell the team's excited to get a chance to go compete in the NFC North. So it's been a good week, and we got to go play well. Just a game status update. We'll have 3 players ruled out: C.J. Ham, Jeff Okudah, and Josh Oliver. We'll have 4 players questionable: Andrew Van Ginkel, Brian O'Neill, Josh Metellus, who just had some foot soreness, and then Christian Darrisaw right there. So other than that, good week of prep. All those guys that I just mentioned as questionable were either limited or full today, based upon a Fast Friday workload. So open it up to you guys.
Was Van Ginkel full?
By my eyes he was, and by the sheet he was as well. Yeah, no, he's had a really good week. Anticipate him playing.
J.J. McCarthy's full practice week, how did he look to you?
Yeah, it was great to see him fully kind of look like himself. On Monday, you kind of felt like he was set up to have a great week, went out there and, had a good day, and then that rolled right into every day this week. And the best thing was just post-practice, no soreness, no anything like that. So he feels 100% ready to go.
Van Ginkel, if he plays, would you expect him to be on a snap count, or?
I think we're going to talk through that. I think with our defense as a whole, one of the things we're pretty excited about was the depth we did have, and getting back a little closer to that original picture, especially in the front 7. Dallas Turner's played a lot, gotten a lot of valuable snaps, and now getting Gink back. What it looks like could be based on, situation down and distance, or, as the game kind of goes and the dialogue with the players and the medical staff. But I think, he's full, he's ready to go, and we'll see kind of what his workload looks like. I'm just excited to get him out there.
Kevin, with the Ben Sims up to speed and able to go Sunday?
Ben Sims is up to speed. He's ready to roll. We're going to, evaluate whether, those 3, with the game plan we have, what it looks like for Sunday. Nick Vanette's always a possibility, as a veteran player that's been working towards this. He was up earlier this season, and we still have his elevations left, as well as Bryson. So we'll, all those guys kind of took some reps, different phases of the game plan, and we'll make a determination for Sunday.
With the way they run the ball, what kind of a challenge do they present? I mean, you guys have seen them many times, but what kind of a challenge do they present as you try to get the run defense?
Yeah, I mean, I think, their staff, and I know Hank's got a lot to do with that, Hank Fraley. Scheme is very difficult. I think they've got, clearly one of the best backs in football, and then if you're counting David Montgomery as a 1A, 1B, that's a heck of a group. I mean, they are the best set of running backs in the NFL. It's been that way for a while, and they both do so many things at such a high level, whether it's explosiveness, power. They both can catch the football. They both can protect. 2 totally complete backs that are a problem, and you pair that with the personnel they have up front and the tight ends that they have and their ability to block on the perimeter with the wideouts. It is an all-11 challenge, and you got to meet it. You got to meet it against this team, especially when they play at home. And we know the challenge that it is. I think Flo and the staff have a really good plan, and the players are excited about it, and they just want to get a chance to go compete. Full week of preparation, kind of a lot of things in our rearview mirror as far as circumstance limiting practices here or there, not being able to practice, in this country and things like that. That's all behind us. We just got to go play and have confidence that we've had a week of preparation. Excited about it.
You'd been hopeful about both Darrisaw and O'Neill earlier in the week. Are you still feeling that way, or
Yep.
did anything change?
Yeah, no, I think CD, with his his kind of plan to return, it's always been about kind of managing the week based upon how he's feeling and getting him as ready to go as we possibly can for Sunday. I know he felt really good today, and obviously we'll see how he does after the workload today, see how he shows up tomorrow, but we feel really good about those guys right now. Yeah.
Kevin, with T.J. Hawkinson, it's kind of been up or down in a given week. How do you get him going more often, consistently?
I think one of the things is, when there's there's only so many people when you start talking about some of the things that's happened along the O-line that you're trying to give help here and there when you can, and kind of have the starting point of a successful play on the down be one where you can keep the quarterback upright as best as possible. And there are defensive players on every defense we play and have played this season that can be schematical problems because there's very little scheme to limit their impact on the game, and sometimes it requires the tight ends to be selfless. And TJ's made some big-time plays for us in moments this year, even off of helping on the edge a little bit, which is a pretty unique trait to him. But clearly, between TJ and our receiving core being some of the most impactful players on our whole team, we want to get those guys involved in the game, get them doing the things that they do well. And for TJ, I would put a lot of things he does well ahead of helping on the edges, and it's kind of a necessary thing when certain games and situations happen, but there's no question we want him to be heavily involved in the game.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.